There's no predicting what Iowa Democrats will decide at tonight's caucuses. A weekend poll shows Hillary Clinton leading Bernie Sanders by 3 points. That is within the survey's margin of error.
The candidates made their final pitches on Sunday in Iowa. Clinton urged voters to come out to the caucus and, quote, stick with me. Sanders predicted he will win tonight if there is a large voter turnout. Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton is with us now from Des Moines. Secretary Clinton, good morning.
Thank you, Charlie. Good to talk to you and Nora and Gail.
It's getting intense out there as the final countdown takes place. The Sanders campaign over the weekend released a commercial that suggested you were in the pockets of Wall Street and said that, in fact, the emails could render you unelectable.
Well, that's been the trend the last few weeks. The Sanders campaign has gotten more negative and more personal. Which I regret because I thought we were running a really good campaign based on the issues, what we would do, and how we would do it. And I'm drawing contrasts with Senator Sanders because I think voters deserve to know where I stand on creating jobs and raising incomes and making sure the Affordable Care Act continues to work and produces the results that I want to see it do, and so many of the other important issues like affordable college and paying down student debt. You know, I have a long agenda because I think that's what voters expect. I want them to know what I will do as president, and I want them to hold me accountable. So I'm going to keep talking about what voters talk to me about, and I don't want to overpromise. I would rather, just lay it out there and deliver, which is what I've done throughout my career.
And on the campaign trail, how do you answer that charge that Senator Sanders has made that you're in the pocket of Wall Street or beholden to their interests?
Well, look, anybody who knows me knows I'm not in the pocket of anyone, and anyone who thinks they can influence me certainly doesn't know me. But what I do think is interesting is I've laid out the most comprehensive, toughest, effective plan to make sure Wall Street never wrecks Main Street again. Don't take my word for it. That's what Paul Krugman and Barney Frank and others have said. But the really interesting part of this is how the Republicans have now been running about $6 million of ads against me. Billionaire hedge fund guys, Karl Rove and others who are desperate to try to confuse Democrats about who has the best plan and best understanding about how to get this done. So I take it as kind of a perverse compliment that the people who really know what needs to be done know that I'm the person who can deliver to make sure that we don't end up with the kind of problems we faced back in 2008.
Bernie Sanders says that a large voter turnout today, Madam Secretary, works in his favor. What do you think works in your favor in terms of the turnout and the type of voter that needs to go today to caucus for you?
Well, I really want a large turnout because we knocked on 125,000 doors this weekend across the state, and we got a great response. I'm really pumped up and enthusiastic about the way my campaign has been moving toward this day. And it really does come down to who turns out. I've been telling people the weather forecasts say that the blizzard won't get here till after the caucuses, so don't be deterred. We really do want everybody to come out and to be part of this because this comes only once. The people of Iowa get the unique opportunity before anybody in the world to decide who they think should be the next president and commander-in-chief. And I'm urging everybody who wants to go and caucus for me and stand up for me to please do so that I can stand up and fight for them through the campaign and into the White House.
You got a big endorsement from the New York Times saying you're one of the best qualified people to run for president in a long time. There is also the tough competition and success of Bernie Sanders. Do you believe that he, who suggests he needs to raise taxes for some of the programs he would like to see the country have, and because he is a Democratic socialist, can be elected?
Well, Charlie, a lot of Democrats are worried about that. They're speaking out. They're worried that, it could be difficult. And we certainly want to take back the Senate. We've got great candidates running across the country. We want to make progress in the House and in, state houses. I think it's fair to say that the differences we have they really go not so much to the goals. We both want universal health care coverage, for example. I believe we should build on the Affordable Care Act. We're at 90% coverage. It's one of the great Democratic Party achievements. I was thrilled when President Obama got it done. And I want to improve on it, but I don't want to rip it up and start all over again and throw our country into a very contentious national debate, which I think will result in gridlock. I don't think the people of Iowa and America can wait. So I'm going forward on what I believe is my obligation. I'm a progressive who likes to get things done that make a real difference in people's lives, and that's what I'm offering to the American people.
Let me go back to politics. Suppose you lose tonight, and suppose the margin that he has in New Hampshire stays. Do you have a firewall after that in South Carolina and the states that follow that, the SEC states, that will give you a strong finish?
Well, look, I'm very excited about our prospects here tonight in Iowa, and I'm going to work as hard as I can until all of the votes are tallied in the caucuses, and then I will immediately tonight go to New Hampshire. I'm going to campaign hard in New Hampshire. I know that usually New Hampshire votes for a neighbor, and he's their neighbor, so I get that. But I think I have the better plans. I think I have the better understanding of what it will take to beat the Republicans. I'm tested. I'm a little bit scarred up, but I'm still standing, and I think that kind of experience will really do me well in this campaign. And I believe that I'm the Democrat who can make sure we keep the White House in the right hands going forward.
All right. Well, Secretary Clinton, thank you for your time. It's wonderful to watch democracy in action on both sides of the aisles, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks. Great to talk to you all.